being single and 27 is so hard on a Friday night.
No, because you know what I'm realizing? I actually, as much as I hate men, I do want a boyfriend because look at me. I need somebody to take me places in fall. What the fuck?
I lied. I want to fall in love. I want to have a crush on somebody. Ah!
Y'all keep saying broke men shouldn't be dating, but you broke too. Baby, make it make sense.
No. Can you help me?
Don't you have a boyfriend?
Oh. Help. Rejected.
You know, as a 33-year-old single woman, like, I can't believe I'm responsible for myself. Like, where's my husband? I don't want to do this anymore. Not alone. I don't.
You know, you're seeing these modern women do life, and you're seeing exactly why they get tired. They want to do a sprint. I want to do a little bit for a little while, and then after that, I don't really want to do anything at all. I kind of want to kill it for, 5 years, and then after that, it's about time for me to settle down. About time for me to marry my husband or find a man to settle down with, start a family. Some of these modern women really don't want children, but if that's what goes with it, then that's what goes with it. The problem with that is that so many modern women will go along to get along. They'll go along with a certain lifestyle that the man wants. The man will tell them up front, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. And she really likes a certain portion of what he's doing. Like, say, for instance, the man makes a lot of money. He's telling her right now, I want about 3 kids. I want my life to look like this. And they'll say yes to all of it. The man will buy her a nice rock. They'll live in a nice house. And then right around year 8 to 10 is when she'll be like, oh, I really just don't feel like there's any place for me. After all of the honeymoon phase and stuff like that is worn off, they'll start talking about leaving the man. Oh, and by the way, leaving with half of his money as well. So, yeah.
Down, the most attractive thing that any guy can do is just not like me back.
I hate all men, but when he leaves me on red, I try harder for his attention because I love the chase.
Someone please tell me, what is the mental illness called for only liking boys who don't like you? Or what? If a man like me too much, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I get it. But if a boy don't like me, I'd be like, that's my husband. That's my husband.
So I just found out the boy who likes me, who I don't like back, is finally moving on from me because I rejected him. Maybe I was kidding. Maybe I do like you now.
I love getting ignored. Like, yes, read my text and don't respond.
Damn, girl. Let me take you out on a date.
No.
Get the off my car then.
Wait, this is your car? I'll take the date.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know, just kind of seeing this sort of thing right here. I know this is a skit, but this is how a lot of modern women act, to be honest. They'll switch up right in the moment. They'll say they want something or they don't want something. And then when you share a little bit more information, then they'll switch up. And then they wonder why men call them gold diggers. They wonder why men say, you only want me for my wallet. You don't really like me. That's how modern women operate. You see all of these women that we just watched talking about, I love it when a man ignores me. Hey, I really don't like the nice guy. I really don't like the stable guy. I like the man that just ignores me. You know, one day we're on and we're doing great, and you know, we're just texting back and forth, and then another day he's just ignoring me, and he's been ignoring me for a month, and now it's going on 2 months, 3 months, and he's ignoring me, and stuff like that just makes me want to chase. It just makes me want to chase him. Meanwhile, you got this other brother over here that you friend zoned, that's not desperate, that's not simping, that's trying to show you a healthy, balanced love, and you don't want him. How can a man compete with delusion?
Come to be more honest about
Pun
my
intended.
age. But I'm also 36.
Yuck. No, I'm kidding. Do you want kids?
Yeah!
Oh, jeez. I think those eggs are scrambled.
Hey! You have to take me back! No! What do you mean you're sorry? You're sorry? I'm sorry. You're sorry? You're sorry?
Oh, serious question. Do men want to be with women anymore? Like, as a whole collective? Do they actually want to date women?
Oh, hell no!
There is an epidemic that we need to talk about. Why is it that men ignore you in person? What's going on? Oh, for example, when I was in college, I was hanging out with this guy like on and off for a while. And I would see him at the bar all the time and he would never say anything to me, which was just, oh my God. But one time, my best friend went up to this girl that he was standing next to that he was like friends with. And she starts talking to her. And I'm with my friend, obviously. He looks at me, eyes wide open, and then turns around, walks away as fast as he possibly could all the way out the bar.
What the fuck do y'all do for us to make us men feel like we're being courted? We're a goddamn catch. Right. Oh, damn, girl, you went extra to let me know on this first date or second date or third date, you really like me. You ain't gonna, you're not gonna let me slip out of your finger grips, you know?
This is exclusive. You're not dating around. Your eyes are on me.
What does the female do for the man to feel that way, to see that?
Nothing.
So I don't know. If
Minus give it up.
No,
Okay.
that is not
Cool.
ladylike.
You're right. All right, cool. So throw that one out the window. No, I was
You gotta
throwing.
keep them interested first.
So then, what are we getting?
Okay, what you're supposed
What are we getting
to be...
except a fucking hole in our pocket, just hoping that you're the one, because this is burning in my pocket.
All right, so these are interviews, right? I want to try to answer
They
the whole
are.
question
Yes,
at
they
once.
are.
Dates are totally interviews. For the guy, what you're doing is you are, again, in theory, I'm not saying that everyone's going to get married, not everyone's going to have kids. People are not all called to marriage. But let's say that that's the purpose of dating, right? Is to find a husband, wife, whatever.
Life partner.
Correct. So you're basically interviewing, is this person compatible? Can they do for me the things that I expect, want, need, etc.? And then that varies person to person.
But what are we getting for it? Where are the men? Do men want us? Are guys still interested? They're asking these questions. And then the man is saying, what are we getting for it? Well, we know you don't want to give up the box. So what are you going to do? What? Well, I ain't going to do that. Okay, we got that. But what is it that you will do? And this is what you get. Just a whole bunch of, honestly and truly, I know she was trying to be helpful, but a bunch of mumbo jumbo. That's really all this boils down to. Just talking for no reason. You're not going to say what you're going to give because you don't want to be on the hook to give it. Modern women always want to guarantee, stone cold, line in the sand, guarantee that you're going to do this, regardless of if we're in a relationship or not. Once again, we go back to Michael Porter Jr., who got in a relationship with a woman who looked into an apartment and eventually got into the apartment that she had no business being in, that she literally could not pay for on her own, not even close. I think that apartment might have been 2 or 3 times out of her range. I can't remember. They were dating for 6 months. Mike said, I'm going to pay for this thing for at least a year. Dating for 6 months, the relationship ended. She expected him to continue paying for the apartment for the rest of the year. Even though we don't even know the conditions of the breakup. We don't know if she cussed him out, said he was a deadbeat, said he was trash. We don't know that. But whatever it is, they still expect the man to pay. Once again, there's another young lady. Well, she's not young anymore, but I'm thinking about her father didn't really have a good relationship with him. And so as she grew up, she kept on going over his house. I was like, why do you keep on going over there if you don't like him? Like, if he's done you so wrong, I would think that you would get away from him. Oh no, well he owes me these things. He owes you these things. I would think if somebody did me wrong or did me dirty, then I wouldn't want anything to do with them. But modern women continue to try to double back and get all they can. They will cuss you out while asking you for $1,000. All in the same sentence.
Well, see, and that's the frustrating thing. It's not that I can't get the second date. I can't get the first. So it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to modify because it's not like I'm getting there and then getting turned down. Like no one's giving me a chance. Is there something about me that is so wrong that people won't even give me a first date? You can tell me.
It's not wrong, but you're intimidating.
Why am I intimidating? Because I'm fat? Because I'm a heavy set lady?
Yep.
I mean, honestly, both could be perfectly reasonable explanations for why. But I think the number one thing is your attitude. Men are going to cite that your attitude is the number one thing. I cannot live with you. You're too combative.
Kyle!
Hey, Zara.
Hi.
All right, welcome back. Let's call this guy Eddie. You met on one of the apps. You went on a date. You thought everything went really well. You were hoping to see the guy again, but you haven't heard from him, and you kind of feel, you're bummed out because you liked him. It was kind of just a lot, and you're let down because you were hoping it was all going to be worth it, and now you're being ghosted, and you want to know why.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's call this guy now. Good luck, Zara.
All right, thank you.
Hello? Hi, is this Eddie?
Yeah, who's this?
We're calling on behalf of a woman named Zara. You guys met on one of the apps, and I guess you went out recently. Wow, this guy's a matter of fact. Okay, so you remember her then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember her.
So what happened? Because she called us and said she liked you a lot and was hoping to see you again, and you've ghosted her. I mean, is that true? Did you ghost her?
Well,
are you ghosting her?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
So we went on a date, and it was great. We were having a good conversation. Great. It comes to around the end of the meal. I head to the bathroom, and I come back, and then the waiter brings the bill, and it's a lot more than I thought it was going to, look it over. I call him over, and I ask him, hey, why is my bill so much? And he's like, well, she, while you were in the bathroom, added 3 entrees and an appetizer to go.
So she was hungry. She was a hungry lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume she ate on the date too, right?
Yes, she ate. We had, 2 appetizers even, and a dessert. So, I mean, she was full. But it seemed like she was taking them home for her kids.
And this is what I'm talking about right here, man. These modern women really want you to give them a blank check for disrespect. He goes to the restroom, comes back, and she didn't added stuff on for to go. Didn't even ask. And expects him to be cool with it. Or are we going out on a second date? No. And you got ghosted. Why did you ghost me? Because you tried to steal from me, essentially is what you did. You tried to manipulate me. You tried to get over on me. Why would you do that? That's dishonest. But modern women do this type of thing all the time, and they think it's okay. Once again, they want you to give them a blank check to disrespect you. Just write that disrespect. Another 1,000 and another 2,000, another 3,000 in disrespect.
All right, to all the guys out there, if you're thinking about dating me, some things you need to know about me. Keep in mind, I'm unemployed. I don't have a job. Nobody will hire me. I'm not going to be able to help out with the money or any bills.
This is satire. It's got to be the way she's looking, her eyelashes, her hair. This is not very good presentation. It's just not. One thing you got to know about me, I wasn't trying to know about you in the first place. Modern women think that they're the most important person on the earth. No, I'm not interested.
I ran into this guy that I used to date at a bar, and we're passing each other, and then we stop and we say hi. Suddenly a girl appears by his side, and he's like, oh, this is Sally. Sally and I used to date. Sally, this is the girl that I'm dating now, whatever. And, we're chatting, normal conversation. Mind you, we're in the middle of a packed bar. And I'm like, oh, okay, have a great night. And he goes, I have a question for you. And I'm like, oh, what's up? And he goes, would you be down to have a third with us? And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, we're looking for a third. Would you be down? And I was like, no, thank you. I'm good. And then he's like, come on, she's really into you. And I'm like, what the fuck is it about me that makes people think that I would be down to have it? And then afterwards he texted me, he was like, oh, come on, are you serious? I know we were in a bar, I know it was busy and you probably didn't want to say yes, but say yes now. And I was like, no.
Well, I think it's the fact that I've seen some of her videos, her other ones, and in general, if you listen to her, she moves around a lot. Now, I don't know if she's, messing around with everybody, but she moves around a lot. She's with a lot of men. Well, what about me gives you the fact that you move around a lot? It looks like you're out here. This is what men be trying to tell you guys. Y'all be out here in the streets, thinking you look cute, doing your thing, wearing whatever you want to wear. And then when people get an impression of you that you helped them to get, that you helped them cultivate about you by the way that you presented yourself, all of a sudden you're surprised.
Ladies, I need us to lock the fuck in because I think the T-app is kind of proving the whole looks matter, nothing else, black pill philosophy correct. This is a pattern I've noticed. It's very prominent on the T-app where it'll be 2 guys and they both have very similar complaints, right? I just saw 2 guys next to back to back and it was They both were cheaters, riddled with STDs, they got around, they were manipulative, whatever. One was very average looking, and one was objectively hot, like just a hot, very good looking guy. Arguably, the good looking guy's accusations were way worse, and under the average looking man, his comments were like, ew, he's so gross, of course, stay away, ew, ew. And under the hot guy's comments, there were maybe like 1 or 2 confirming the truth, and the rest were just like, he's fine, what's his at? Hey, he's so hot though, who is this? Who's this? Did you not read the description? Like, babe, he has chlamydia. What are we, like, I'm actually in shock by how frequent, it's like literally every post.
And here it is. Men have been saying this. It hadn't been about the T-app because the T-app just came out, but men have been saying this for a long, long time. You guys, you guys continue to do silly stuff, and men are catching you at every. Men are catching you at every turn. See you coming a mile away. No. Looks are not everything. He's gotta have a personality. Maybe if you stop leading with your wallet. Then you'd have you get a nice girl. I told you, man. I'm telling you, man. These modern women, they just be talking to talk. That's really all they're doing. And then they, once again, because they cannot hold themselves, they're gonna let you know exactly what they're up to, one way or another. Men don't even have to be on the T-app for us to know that this is going on, and now you confirmed it. Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
Guys, I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you guys tonight. So I went to the bar and this guy asked me if I wanted to play games with him. And I said, yeah, sure. So he said, I was like, what game do you want to play? He said, let's play Tetris. I said, okay, I'm going to kick your ass in Tetris. He's like, oh, you talk big shit. I actually kicked his ass in Tetris. So then we went and played basketball and he beat me by like 20 points. And I was like, oh, he's like taller. I go, did you play basketball in high school? He's like, yeah, I did. And, by the way, this story is about a life lesson I learned about myself. He's like, yeah, I did. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, I actually still do. I'm a pro basketball player. And I was like, what? And mind you, at the beginning of when we first started talking, I was like half interested. Then he tells me that and I said, huh? And he's like, yeah, I'm on the second string for the Nuggets. And I said, yeah, whatever. It's not a thing. And then I realized, maybe I am a gold digger. So that's the life lesson I learned today. So don't judge me.
Well, you know, some of that stuff is not Joe's fault because y'all, well, it is, but y'all are taught. People like Shira 7, oh, go here, do this if you want to meet this type of man. And y'all follow that advice. And when you run into the people and you just continue to run into them, and these guys you just happen to be around them, this is what men are saying. Once again, you're going to get that reputation. Oh, I know what she's up to. I know what she's, why would you even ask me that? Because you don't really we talk. Us men talk. And we know you don't really do anything. You don't have a job. You don't go to school. You're not pursuing anything. You just kind of sit here every Tuesday, and the bartender up there gives you a drink. We know what you're here for.
Men are absolutely insane. So today I go to breakfast with my homegirls. I haven't seen my homegirls in well over a month. My closest homegirls, and I jumped in the DMs, jumped in the group chat like a month ago. Boom, calendar invites. Okay, because at this point it's insane. I don't know if we hung out since we all went out of town together for our end of school year resort that we're, whatever we do in June every year. So we meet up for breakfast this morning. I throw on this t-shirt and some biker shorts. Okay, it's just breakfast. It's just my homegirls, and I know I'm gonna like run some errands after breakfast, just a few little light errands, clean my car, that kind of thing. Stuff where I don't necessarily need to be looking the freshest, because I'm gonna sweat. And because I'm gonna sweat, and I'm 200 plus. Okay, I'm a big girl, I'm not a little girl. I'm a big girl. Okay, and I'm big and bigger in certain places. I put a little powder. I'm old school. I was raised to put powder on down there. Helps with chafing. Helps, regulate the moisture. Okay, whatever. But one thing I know is that powder don't seep through them back of shorts. It happens every time. I'm gonna get pulled over 11,000 times. People gonna be like, you left some powder on your. Yes, I'm aware. It's okay. I'm not embarrassed. I washed my butt this morning, and then there's powder. Okay, like everything's good. Nobody's checking for me. So, cool. I go to the store. I ain't in the store 5 minutes. I'm at Foot Locker looking for my son's shoes. Do what I have to do. Can I get your number? Y'all don't see this powder in my behind? It's right in the booty crack. Because I got on them scrunch leggings. The ones that kind of scrunch. Not leggings. Scrunch shorts. I got on the ones that scrunch in between the booty. Okay? Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see that? Y'all still? Okay. All right, what I do? No, thank you. This is why I'm gonna say single. Because any opportunity, I don't even look at the way. I just be like, no, I don't, like, I just like that's something I roll my eyes and I say no, thank you. And they be like, I just wanna, no, thank you. One dude, I'm at the gas station. Come gas my car. He said, did you do that on purpose or on accident? I'm like, huh? Purpose or on accident? Huh? He said it was on accident. Then I realized when he drove away what he was talking about. Yes, it's actually an accident that happened on purpose. It's not something that I want to happen, but it's something that I don't mind happening because I definitely put powder in my butt on purpose. Did I want it to come out of my butt? No, I didn't want that. So here we are, and y'all are weird.
See, y'all don't like when men do this because y'all would never do this. Y'all would see a man that looks less than perfect and y'all wouldn't want to approach him. Men they actually see the potential and the pattern, the thing that you could be. Oh, her pants are just messed up. Hey, how you doing? Do you mind if I take you out to eat? I'm looking like this. Yeah, I see that. But you know, when you go home and you get dressed and all that stuff, then that's obviously not going to be there. I can obviously see patterns and mistakes. So do you want to go out or not? But modern women a lot of times like to hone in on foolishness. And that's what you're seeing over and over again. They're critical of themselves, which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people are. You know, a lot of people wrestle with self-esteem and insecurities at some point in time. All I'm saying is, if the man likes you, if he don't care about your imperfections, then why are you worried about him?
Never in my life have I met a man so full of himself. Am I going to regret sharing this on social media? Probably. I recently met this trying to be TikTok influencer for like thirst traps, and he's very good looking. And he had me over at his place, and we knew what was going to happen when I came over there. Okay, we were both on the same page. And so we had a good time. We had some fun together. And afterwards, this man gets up and gets himself something to drink. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm kind of thirsty too. And never in my life have I had a man not offer me something to drink. But so he like chugs this glass, some sort of soda, sets it down. And then I was all like, hey, like, do you have anything I could have to drink? And he was all like, points to the same glass that he just drank out of, and there's like this much left of there, his backwash. He's all like, you have the rest of that. I just stared at him, and then he goes, do you want something different? I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, what do you have? Dr. Pepper, my water broke. Okay, so he fills up that same glass of Dr. Pepper and gives it to me. Alright, whatever, drink it, it's fine. Twice, I mentioned on the way going to see this man that I was feeling hungry. Twice while I'm over there, this man gets up to make himself something to eat, and never once offered me anything. Then, at the end of the night, I had gone over there wearing a tight crop top. There we go. And that's not very comfortable. Oh my gosh, that's not very comfortable to sleep in. So I asked him if he has a t-shirt that I could wear, you know. And what does he do? He hands me the same shirt that he wore to work that day. Wouldn't have been a problem, except for it was soaking wet with his sweat because his car's AC is broken. And I put it on at first not realizing, and then as soon as it's like on my body, I'm like, oh, like, this is full of your sweat. Wow, I can still feel it on there. And he just laughs. He goes, yeah. Never gave me a different shirt. I was like, oh, all right. And proceeded the whole night to just beg for compliments. Moral of the story, ladies, men.
Someone in the comments said, so he's broke, gross, and full of himself. Yeah, I hope at least that thing was thinging, and I hope you never see him again. You're absolutely too classy for that guy. And I have never seen any of your other videos. I can just tell. You did that man a favor. Yeah, you did do him a favor. You see this type of modern women dodging accountability? Let me read this again. So he's broke. He's gross and full of himself. Yeah, I hope at least that thing was thangin'. I hope you never see him again. You're absolutely too classy. Someone else, this is a woman, by the way, these are women up and down these comments, says one night stand treatment. Cynthia says, my God, please tell me he had some skills in bed. Man, they're sitting here bragging. They're sitting here calling her classy, and she just got her cheeks clapped. She just got her cheeks clapped by somebody who wouldn't even bring her a freaking cup of water. But she's classy. What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, this bottom women are a joke.
Am I the asshole for bringing my sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently always forgets it?
Oh, I'm liking the sound of this one already. Let's get it.
Oh, I relate to this.
All right. This might be our legend. This wallet?
Yes!
Your Honor, my sister-in-law. In a top hat? Okay, this 28-year-old woman. Okay. Her sister-in-law, Amy, who's 26, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or comes up with some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. No, not that my husband should pay, but me specifically. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has. She made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole, and I'll admit I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my God.
I love it. You don't like it? I love it.
As we were leaving, my husband and her went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said, no, we need one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached my purse and said, this wallet? She was extremely furious. She said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant?
Wait!
Edit. Oh. Amy just called me. She saw this post and she yelled at me for bad-mouthing her on the internet. Honestly, I don't care. Amy, hopefully reading all these comments is a wake-up call for you.
No, it's not a wake-up call. She screamed at you for embarrassing her for embarrassing you. And the worst part about it is she kept on siphoning money from your household. Let me say something. It doesn't matter if you had the money to do it. She should, this is what men talk about. Now you finally understand what men are talking about. When men say, I want a little reciprocation. Are you gay? Sassy. Down low. Do you like men? If you like dudes, just say that. No, I like you to pay your fair share. You can call me anything that you want to call me. I would like you to pay your bill. Reservation at an expensive, oh, she good for it. Let's go ahead and party on your dime. Again and again and again. I'm going to convene. Oldest trick in the book. See, we keep on telling you. People know what you're up to. Men already know what you're up to. Your sister-in-law already knew what you were up to. We were just trying to give you time to stop doing it so that maybe one day you would figure out, hey man, I really didn't have my wallet. This time I have my wallet, I can pay. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to continue on doing what you wanted to do. And stealing, that's a form of stealing. It's deceit is what it is. Stealing somebody else's money. And when somebody caught you and said, let me help you to pay this bill. And they took it easy on you. And they let you pay your half instead of the whole bill because you kept on siphoning money from their account. From their family, I should say. Well done. Well played.
So this is not me crying on my kitchen floor. This is me about to cry on my bathroom floor. I just don't understand why it's so hard for me to find a partner or to be a partner to anyone. Like, I'm 27. I've never been in any type of relationship, and I am really sweet. I'm really nice. Like, I've been in so many talking stages and none of them have led to a relationship. And I have so much love to give, and I just feel like I can't.
I think honestly, just specifically listening to what you're saying, I think maybe, and congratulations on the weight loss here. I'm going through her profile, so good for you there. But I think, and you know, I'm looking at her nails, fantastic. You know, her hair's done, the whole aesthetic there looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Good job there. I would say maybe there's some self-esteem issues there, and so maybe you're talking to people that I think your self-esteem, not necessarily, yes, confidence, but you need to be confident in the direction that you're going. And I'm trying to explain it without it getting confusing. You're not going to know where you're I mean, you're going to you need to have an idea of where you're going, right? Well, in 5 years, I want to do this. In 10 years, I want to do this, right? Obviously, a lot of that can change, and a lot of that probably will change, especially if you meet somebody that you really, really like and they really, really like you. Their life has to mesh with yours. And so therefore, you have to figure out what's actually important. Life is, it's going to constantly strip away the things that you thought you needed. It's going to constantly strip away those things that you thought you wanted. And you're going to look back and say, why did I ever want that? Well, in the moment, at the time, it was very important for you. It was just something that you heard or something that you experienced, and you said, I want to experience that again. But as you've gotten older and you stopped doing that thing, you're like, well, I don't actually even need that, right? So it's a learning experience. So you got to embrace that there. And what I see on your page is you're trying to learn to love yourself. You're trying to learn to love who you are. I think she was quite a bit skinnier than this a little while ago, a long while ago. And she was, you know, having troubles accepting her body as it is now, you know, even with the way it looks now, she was having trouble accepting that. So maybe that was, you know, something that was taking a hit to your confidence, right? So I would say the first thing that you probably need to work on, from what I observed, and I don't know you, but what I observed, is probably your self-esteem, probably your confidence, right? I would get that up so you can communicate. That's what I mean. It's not like you're above anybody, but you want to communicate to them, this is where I'm going. And with or without you, and you don't have to say the with or I don't want you to say the with or without you part, but this is where I'm going, this is what I'm trying to do. And that other person is going to say, oh, okay, cool, I can fit in that, or I can make that work, or yeah, that seems like a way that I'm going to. And y'all kind of get on the same page there, and that's how our relationship essentially starts, right? But, you know, to a lesser degree, I would kind of want to know the comment that you made, right? Because that could be indicative of something, or it could be indicative of nothing. It might just be you overthinking and you getting in your head. So I think the major thing for you, to be honest, would probably be for you to work on your self-confidence and your self-esteem a little bit.
If a man ever invites me over to his place and he goes, so have you ever seen the movie Aladdin? I'm immediately leaving. I'm a very low maintenance woman. For a first date, or even just first few dates, I do not expect anything crazy. I do not want anything expensive. I don't like feeling like I owe anybody anything, okay? I am okay with going to Taco Bell. All right, I love Taco Bell, love it. So when we get to Taco Bell, because I'm like, this is a great late night spot, my favorite place to go to. Let's go to Taco Bell. You said bet, cool. Meet up at Taco Bell. Walking up, he goes, oh, I forgot my wallet. Sir, this is a Taco Bell. Hello? I don't even want to entertain this anymore. So I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I'm not even hungry actually. It's fine, we don't have to get anything. He's like, oh, I can Apple Cash. I'm like, nope. Forget it. It's okay. I am no longer hungry. So then he proceeds to ask me if I want to come over to his house. From the start, I should have just known, you know the gut instinct, that gut just feeling where you just know. But I tried to give the benefit of the doubt, where I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's saying, oh, we can go watch some cool shows, fall vibes, you know, whatever, cozy, cool. And then he goes, oh, by the way, have you ever seen the movie Aladdin? Yeah. You know the part where he comes up to her window and says, come with me, like climb through the window and I'll show you the world? In my head, I already knew where this was going, but I did not want to be right. And then he confirms it by saying, yeah, so I live with my parents, and so you're gonna have to come through my window. Sir, I am a 24-year-old woman. I am not climbing through your window and sneaking into your parents' house. Mind you, this is all going down the Taco Bell parking lot. That was just awkward because, no, I do not want to sneak into your parents' house through your bedroom window like we're in high school. So now I just say, oh, yeah, maybe next time. Maybe another night. So I get back in my car. He drives off. A few minutes later, I get a phone call, unknown number, and it's him. Is there any way that I can convince you? I'm just right up the street. No. What is this generation? Taco Bell!
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This one on the fellas. You gotta take an L for this one.
They say men are providers, but men, I'm asking, do you really want to be a provider? Is this a real desire of yours to provide? Like, I'm really asking.
If she doesn't like me, then no. If she's ungrateful, if she's combative, if she's always making a problem out of no problems, then no. No, I'm not sure I want to provide for chaos and somebody that makes my life a terrible experience. If she does not like me, then no. If she is ungrateful and she's combative.
They say men are providers, but men, I'm asking, do you really want to be a provider? Is this a real desire of yours to provide? Like, I'm really asking.
It's not all her. Steph Curry comes from a line of suckers. His dad was left by Steph Curry's mother. She was fucking with one of his friends.
Wow.
Or somebody he went to college with or somebody like that. Somebody she shouldn't have been messing with. Even though she was at the games clapping for her son, getting the shine, making herself be seen, standing up and everything. Steph Curry's brother was into it with another NBA player over a girl who belonged to the game. And now here is Steph Curry with not one, not two. He kept putting babies in something that he knew was broken. So when people say Steph Curry ain't got no dirt on his name, yes, he do. The dirt on your name is your wife, because your wife is walking around shitting all over you. So you can act like you're innocent if you just got in this. Is he got 4 babies with her?
I think 4 now.
He's 4 babies in with a girl who has real issues toward him. Because you don't talk about your people like that, especially your husband.
You know, I'll dare say this. It's confusing because you're doing it in public. You said that you had a therapist. You have enough money to get probably the best therapist in the world. You can do voice call. And with technology, even if you had to travel across the world, even if you had to go to New York, you can fly business. If you meet once a week or 2, it doesn't matter how many times a week that you need to meet. You can fly there and fly back. You've got the money to. Now I understand with kids and things of that nature, you probably don't want to because you want to be the mother. And for that, I commend you. But what I'm saying is, if this is something that serious to where you feel like you need to get on the internet and say that, then this needs to be handled. You've got to get a therapist. If you're going to church and you're like that, then you've got to start talking to your pastor. Somebody that'll say, okay, this is what I did, or maybe try these things to help you out or to get you through this. We can think about not just Ayesha Curry, but we can think about, once again, the lady who was 22 years old when she got married. 10 years later, at 32, she was talking about divorcing her husband. Once again, nice house, a beautiful home, beautiful, expensive home, supportive husband. They went out on runs. She was running the dog. He was running with the kids, running behind the stroller. The man was doing what he needed to do. She wanted to go out and start working and be a boss babe. He said, okay, let me take a step back. Let me take care of the kids so you can pursue your dream. And that still wasn't enough. She still got on there and said, I'm thinking about getting a divorce. Most of my family and friends don't know this, but And when they hear it, they're going to be blindsided by it. But this is what we've been going through. This is what I'm thinking about. They don't care. It's literally just word vomit. They're vomiting words out of their mouth without a clue or a hint as to how this might affect their partner. And then when people jump down their throats, all of us, and then Steph Curry's got to come to her defense. Oh, we're good over here. Oh, I think Killer Mike said, it might have responded to one of the posts, I think is what it was. I think one of the guys on TikTok said something. Steph said, when Killer Mike kind of responded to the guy's post, Steph said, oh man, you know, I let these clowns say anything, but I wouldn't have expected you, Mike, to respond to that. Why not? Everybody is absorbing the same information. How long has this been going on? The NBA season, y'all are in preseason now. And you got, why? I just don't understand it, man. You got the season coming up. You're trying to lead a team to a championship. And this is the headline. Why? Man, come on, Doc.
I am actually so speechless at this moment. Wow. This guy that I was meeting is a musician, and he was in town meeting with his label. And today he was meeting with his label. He was performing. He had a Q&A, and that was supposed to be done hours ago. And we were meeting tonight at 8:30. We last spoke at like 6:50. We texted for 8:30. I drove to Santa Monica, parked, walked to the bar, and at 8:30 I looked at my phone. He had texted me at 8:25 saying that he wasn't going to be able to make it. He's still with his label. Unreal.
Well, I mean, he's probably busy. If you're meeting with a country singer and he's already got a label, then he's probably pretty serious about what he's doing, right? So this is what comes with it, to be honest with you. Anybody that's famous, anybody that's a celebrity knows. I mean, unfortunately for you, but plans change, schedule change. Their time, people want to see them. Their life is very, the pull in their life is very demanding, and this is what you're asking to be around. Y'all want the fame without the work. This is what comes with it. Y'all want to be seen. Y'all want to be recognized. Y'all want to be noticed. Oh man, this country singer, all the girls want him, but I got him. I mean, well, guess what? This is what that looks like on the other side of it. And what's funny here is I'm reading a comment by her. Well, a guy says, there's no side of the story. Should have texted you, yes. Could have actually been busy with the label and in a meeting and unable to do so. Also, yes. She says, I'm in entertainment and absolutely understand the circumstances. If he had messaged me anytime earlier and said he was sorry, but still with the label, I would have understood. Messaging at the time of our date without an apology is absolutely diabolical. This reminds me of the woman who is 50 years old that I just did a video about. Essentially what happened is she was going on a date with a guy. She really liked this guy, and they were supposed to go out on a date. He didn't really confirm. He didn't confirm with her. And so she called him and she said, hey, what's going on? Why didn't you confirm with me? You need to confirm me. She kind of started inserting herself into the role of a mother. He's 50, by the way. He's over 50. He's got a 16-year-old daughter, and he said, well, I'm sorry. My 16-year-old daughter is in town, and I didn't know when was the next time that I was going to see her. And so, you know, I just trying to spend as much time as I can with her, but I'm sorry. I should have, you know, texted you. I should have communicated that. And instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry, you know, you're right. Yeah, I would have loved you to text me, but now that you just told me that, I understand the circumstance and the situation. Go have fun with your daughter. The first thing that came out of her mouth when she said that was, what 16-year-old wants to spend time with her dad? Number one. Number two, even when he told me all of that stuff about his 16-year-old daughter, he still didn't take me out on a date. He still didn't at least meet me 2 hours for coffee. Maybe because there were other more important things in his life at the moment. Maybe that's why. And so now, once again, we transition back to her. Well, I'm in entertainment, so there's absolutely no excuse. But when you do things, when y'all go out here and cheat on men, when y'all go out here and mess up the car, then there's always an excuse that a man is supposed to understand. He's supposed to accept it. He's supposed to give you grace and mercy and show you kindness. He's supposed to go out and buy you some ice cream because you feel so bad. Let's snuggle and have a night in so you can recover emotionally. Funny how the tables turn.
I've actually seen a lot of interesting podcast clips about this, and I think it's less about women approaching men and it's more about women signaling availability. I can't remember what this woman's name is who's talked about this extensively on like Diary of a CEO. I think she was also on Jay Shetty's podcast, but she was talking about how like women need to do a better job of signaling availability and like showing men that it's like okay and safe for them to come up to women to approach them. So again, I really do think it's about like how can we encourage women to be confident to signal more availability, and in doing so they're kind of like shooting their shot because they're doing something that's a bit vulnerable and basically putting themselves out there.
Whichever way you want to do it, really, if you want to come up and approach or you still kind of want to hang back and have a man approach you, it's really all it is. But like you're saying here, there needs to be clear signals and clear indicators. I think honestly, with the way modern women act today, we're darn near to the point to where you have to record the interaction. You have to record the woman with the look on her face saying, hey, yeah, come over and approach, like waving you over to come approach. And even that is not ironclad, because they might take that in a situation, the court of public opinion, and say, oh no, I was talking to the server or whoever was behind him. Oh, I said that. I said I was telling them to come over and approach, but as they got closer, I just got a feeling. They don't even have to say what the exact feeling was. I just got a feeling it was just something about him. Oh girl, I know exactly what you're talking about. And women in the comments would go off making their own opinion or own judgments and assumptions about what actually happened, and it didn't. And she'll get off the hook. She'll go scot-free. Then Ben done lied on this man, and Ben made it seem like this man was doing something wrong, or he just gave her a bad vibe, when really she's the problem. So at this point in time, yes, you need to give clear signals and indications that you want the man to come over.